Final Fantasy VII, huh? So this is how we're starting. Well, here goes nothing. So let's dive into this thing. A dying planet, a mercenary haunted by his past, and a villain who wanted to become a god. This is Final Fantasy VII, the game that played like a movie and changed RPGs forever. We begin our tale in the year 2005 in the steel city of Midgar. Towering plates of metal rise into the clouds while below them, the slums fester with humanity's grime. The Shinra Electric Power Company bleeds the planet dry, draining its life force, the life stream to fuel reactors that keep Midgar's lights shining. But all that energy comes at a cost. Giant monsters called Titans slumber beneath the city, awakened by the life stream's pain. Into this world of hurt comes Cloudstrife, an ex-soldier mercenary armed with a massive buster sword. He's hired by Avalanche, an eco-rebel group led by the strong-willed Barrett Wallace to join their mission to blow up a reactor. And that's where we meet some of the rest of our heroes. There's Tifa, Cloud's childhood friend who runs the bar, Seventh Heaven, and fights with martial arts and limit breaks like Final Heaven. Then there's Aerith, the mysterious flower girl from the slums, the last of the ancients with her iconic Great Gospel and the power to heal. And if that wasn't enough, there's also Red Third, a wise beast who speaks in riddles and uses powerful spells like Lunatic High to boost the party. Our heroes sneak into the Shinra HQ, where they discover the mastermind behind it all, Professor Hojo. He plans to use Cloud and Sephiroth's cells to produce more powerful soldiers. But before he can do that, our heroes escape. Now you might be wondering what happened to Sephiroth. Well, he's the main antagonist, the legendary soldier who's supposed to be dead. Well, he isn't, and he'll come back later. For now, our heroes escape with their lives, and the Mako reactor intact. The next day, a huge crowd gathers to celebrate Avalanche's victory. But Shinra retaliates by dropping an entire city plate onto the slums, killing thousands. Now the group must retrieve the black materia from the Shinra mansion, which just so happens to be guarded by Sephiroth. Oh wait, it's time for gameplay. Players learn the materia system by equipping magical orbs into weapons and armour. Fire, cure, lightning, even summons like Ifrit and Shiva become part of your arsenal. Every character can be customised, no fixed jobs, only endless combinations. After defeating Sephiroth and obtaining the black materia, the group travels to the Forgotten Capital in search of answers. There they meet two more potential party members. There's Yuffie, the kleptomaniac ninja who steals both treasures and scenes with her adorable and deadly materia hunting escapades. And then there's Kate Sith, a fortune-telling robot who rides a giant stuffed Moogle and uses his limit break, called Cat's Paw, to decimate his foes. Meanwhile, Shinra sends out a special task force to hunt down the remaining members of Avalanche, but they're easily defeated. Then it's time to return to Midgar, where along the way they meet Sid Highwind, the foul-mouthed pilot who can teach the party new aerial combat techniques and who can call upon his airship, the Highwind. His limit breaks include Big Brawl and a devastating spinning kick called Spinning Edge. As the group prepares for the coming storm, Sephiroth sends his first surprise, a massive creature that lays waste to the slums. Using the power of their combined limit breaks, the party defeats the beast, but not without taking heavy damage. It's at this moment that we learn about limit breaks. Every hero has their own limit breaks, ultimate attacks charged by damage taken. From Barrett's catastrophic chain gun salute to Cloud's legendary blade flurry Omnislash, each strike tells a story of courage, determination, and friendship. But as the heroes prepare for the next attack, tragedy strikes. Aerith is killed by Sephiroth, who stabs her with his Masamune sword. As the music fades into silence, Aerith dies. No revival, no Phoenix Down. One of gaming's most iconic moments, leaving players shattered. Yet despite the loss, Aerith's prayer remains. And so the party carries her dream to stop Sephiroth forward. The world of FF7 isn't just about magic or fate. It's about corporate greed versus the survival of life itself, and the game reflects that in its gameplay too. Side quests open up, offering glimpses into the lives of ordinary people affected by the war. The Gold Saucer amusement park entertains with its mini-games, while chocobos can be bred and raced. Even the infamous Moogle, a rare sight in FF7, can be found here, leading to the legendary golden chocobo needed to summon Knights of the Round, a powerful attack that can turn the tide of any battle. But there's a lot more to FF7 than meets the eye. For example, did you know that Aerith wasn't the only one to die? Or that there are even more characters that could have joined the party? What about the strange, almost unsettling atmosphere of the early Shinra scenes? And how does one even defeat the superpowered Sephiroth? Well, that's where the real story begins. Behind Shinra's iron fist lurks another threat. Sephiroth, the legendary soldier, thought to be dead, returns. In the unforgettable Nibelheim flashback, we see Cloud's memory of Sephiroth's power summoning Flare, cutting down enemies with his Masamune, and finally burning Cloud's hometown to ash as he walks into the flames. Sephiroth seeks the Black Materia, a cursed orb that can summon Meteor, a spell capable of wounding the planet itself. So with Sephiroth and Shinra closing in, Cloud and his allies set off to find the other ancient to help them. They travel through treacherous landscapes, including the desolate wasteland of the northern crater and the underwater city of the ancients. During their journey, they face many challenges, including battles with the guardians of the ancients and the weapon, colossal monsters called weapons that protect the planet. But it's not just about braving the elements and defeating enemies, it's also about self-discovery. Cloud struggles with his fragmented memories and his role in the story. Tifa finds her place between her loyalty to Cloud and her feelings for him. And Aerith, well, she has a lot on her plate as she tries to save the planet and everyone on it. Then there's Sephiroth, the main antagonist who drives the plot forward with his desire to obtain Meteor. We learn more about him and his twisted view of the world through flashbacks and encounters with his allies and minions. But what really makes FF7 stand out is the depth of its characters. Each member of the party has a unique personality, backstory, and motivations. And the supporting cast is just as memorable, from the goofy Kate Sith to the wise old Red Thread. Even the villains are complex and sympathetic in their own twisted ways. Oh, and let's not forget about the music. Nobuo Uematsu's soundtrack is a masterpiece, full of iconic tracks that perfectly capture the game's emotional moments. Just listen to the main theme and tell me it doesn't give you goosebumps. All of this combines to create a story that's both epic and intimate. The game takes you on a grand adventure across a dying planet, but it also delves into the personal struggles of its characters. You care about them, you feel their pain, and you cheer them on as they fight for a better future. And that's why Final Fantasy VII is more than just a game. It's a cultural phenomenon that has captured the hearts and minds of millions. Its story, characters and music have left an impact that will never be forgotten. Yeah, I think we're good for now. Thanks for watching.